This shit is a fucking masterpiece. Holy shit. Seeing all of the X-Men in like their old uniforms, like, yo, the Scott Summers condom fucking drip kind of grew on me.
Hey, yo!
YouTube, what's goody? Today I'm going to review and react to episode 10 of X-Men97 and the series as a fucking whole. If you guys been living in a hole, you don't know that this series is probably the best piece of Marvel content that we have gotten in years, outside of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, by the way. This shit is a fucking masterpiece. Holy shit. So my initial reactions to episode 10, like, I'm already blown away by all of just the whole series in general. The first 9 episodes, 10 is the finale, and I'm just like, yo, I feel like there's so much action, there's so much to unpack, there's so much going on. Like, where are we going with this? Are we gonna see Onslaught? What the fuck is gonna happen with Professor X and Magneto at the end? What's gonna happen with the whole X-Men? Wolverine got his adamantium ripped out of his fucking body. He's almost dead. I mean, he's not dead. We know he's gonna regenerate, but he ain't the same Wolverine anymore. We don't got no Wolverine without the claws. What the fuck's going on? But the show fucking delivered. I have to say, this team that is giving us this X-Men97 series did a phenomenal job. I love throughout this whole episode, there were like little tiny Easter eggs, but the little tiny Easter eggs, and this is probably the same for the whole series in general, don't overshadow the X-Men. And that's what I love. It's like, we watch this, we want to see the X-Men, but we do want to see little glimpses of other things that are outside of the X-Men, i.e. Iron Man and Captain America, seeing them with all of the fucking leaders of the US talking about what they're gonna do with Asteroid M and the shit that Magneto did with the poles of the Earth. Seeing Daredevil, seeing Peter Parker and MJ, seeing Omega Red, Polaris, seeing like just so many different characters. We got to see Cloak and Dagger. The fuck is Cloak and Dagger doing out here? And with, like, just seeing all of the different superheroes in the Marvel universe reacting to the shit that's going down because of the X-Men or with the X-Men and the villains that they're fighting. That's the shit that we want to see in the regular MCU. It's like, yo, we want all of our characters to be in the same universe. I understand that they're making the new Fantastic Four and it's going to be a separate universe and they're going to figure out a way to merge all. Like, I know multiverse is like the huge thing right now, but it's like, yo, can we just have everything in the same world, please? And I feel like that's what we got out of X-Men97, especially with this last episode. Seeing the whole fight scene between Bastion and Jean Grey, Beast, Cable, Storm, that whole shit go down, and fucking Phoenix come out of the water, and obviously this is spoilers, by the way. I don't feel like I need to say that, but whatever, it's spoilers. But seeing Jean Grey come out as Phoenix and fucking age Sinister 200 years, my man was looking old as fuck. Seeing Bastion rip Cable's arm off and turn into this fucking android, super android, I don't know what the fuck he was. He looked like he was a fucking Dragon Ball GT character. And actually he looked like that robotic gargoyle from Gargoyles, and fly to Asteroid M. Seeing Professor X mindfuck Magneto, and both of them kind of dealing with each other inside Magneto's head, and pause.
Hey, yo!
And then the X-Men dealing with Bastion and Cyclops, Jubilee, Sunspot, Rogue. Like, they're like 20v1 this dude, and he's still, yo, oh my god, it was so fire. I mean, seeing them fight in space, which that's my only critique, is like, yo, this guy Sunspot went and got Jubilee and she was in space. It's like, yo, bitch, how you talking, how you breathing right now? You should be dead. But whatever, maybe it was like the upper atmosphere, but you should still be affected somehow. Seeing the Magneto protocol from the United States government and shooting nukes at Asteroid M because they don't know what the fuck's going on and they just want to stop Magneto, which was the dumbest thing ever, because and of course I could expect the US government to do some dumb shit like that. Like, why the fuck would you shoot a massive fucking moon and not expect it to fucking come back and crash down on Earth and wipe out all of humanity, but they did it anyway. And seeing the X-Men trying to get out of there, just so much shit was fire. I mean, the fight scenes were super dope. Seeing all of the X-Men in like their old uniforms, like, yo, the Scott Summers condom fucking drip kind of grew on me. Kind of grew on me. That whole episode, the whole ending fight scene was super fire. I didn't know the way or the route that they were going to go. I didn't know if Bastion was going to turn into Nimrod. I don't know, but I like the way it ended. It ended with Bastion going through this black hole that I guess Magneto uses to power up Asteroid M or to keep it in orbit or whatever it is. I don't know. And then obviously Magneto and Professor X, they're dealing with themselves in their I guess in Magneto's mind, and Professor X basically injured him so bad that Magneto forgot who he was, which then didn't allow Professor X to get out of their mind. So they were kind of trapped in there. So Professor X had to get Magneto to remember who he was in order for them to get out of there, so Magneto could fucking stop this asteroid from crashing, because remember, the whole X-Men squad is in there. Also, them, Beast, Jean Grey, Storm, using a Sentinel to get to Asteroid M. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty creative. Then Magneto gets out, puts the shit back into orbit, and then that shit just fucking disappears. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, where's the X-Men at? I know we got seasons 2 and 3 coming on. What the hell happened? And they just end this fucking episode like that. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm sitting there like, my God, this was the greatest fucking thing ever. And then, post-credit scene, of course, we gotta expect Marvel to give us post-mid-credit scene, but I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And we see the X-Men kind of get divided, and they're in different time periods. So Scott and Jean Grey are in the future. They're like 3,000 years, give or take, in the future. And they get to meet Nathan Summers, who is Cable, but a younger version of Cable. Then the rest of the squad is like 3,000 years before Christ in ancient Egypt. Now, anybody that is an X-Men fan knows, anytime you see anything Egyptian, I don't give a fuck if it's a pyramid, Egyptian sand, I don't care if it's Egyptian musk. You know, if it's Egyptian, apocalypse is right around the corner. And that is the fucking bomb that they fucking dropped on us to get us to want to watch the next season, which I was already gonna fucking watch this shit. But now y'all giving us apocalypse again? Oh, I hit my mic. What the fuck? Oh my God, that shit was so fucking fire. So fucking fire. I'm totally like mind blown at how well they handled this project. I would give the whole series a 10 out of 10. It's like a struggle for me to try to nitpick and find something wrong with the series. Like, what I could say is maybe the animation could be a little bit more fluid. Maybe like you could put a little bit more money into it, but I feel like they wanted to do that on purpose to kind of like match the old 90s style animation, but obviously elevated a lot more. But that's just me being nitpicking. And it's like, nah, fuck that. Yo, this shit was a 10 out of 10. It's perfect. Don't change anything.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
All right. Now, with that being said, I got some fucking questions for Disney and Marvel, and I want you guys to exercise your thoughts on this. Bo DeMayo is the writer and producer, director, I don't know, whatever. He's a big deal with this project, right? He's the big name that kind of spearhead this. Obviously, we know he got fired. My biggest thing is Disney and Marvel has been pushing, you could say they've been pushing an agenda or whatever terms that you guys want to use when there's diversity and shit and you don't like it. All right, cool. Me, I do like the diversity. I love women, LGBTQ, black, different races, whatever, as long as it makes sense and the story is good, which is what I feel that X-Men97 is. All right. But there's no doubt that Disney has been trying to be a lot more diverse with their project. And a lot of it has been kind of, scrutinized. But you have this one project that was created by Bo DeMaio, who is openly LGBTQ, and you fire him. This sounds like he should be the poster child for you guys. So we either give us like a reason why you guys fire him that's legitimate enough for us fans to be like, fire that nigga, yeah, he needed to go, or get him back, twist the story or use it however you want, because I don't want to see the quality of this drop because he's not there. And who knows, maybe the quality doesn't drop, maybe it stays the same, fuck, maybe it goes up, but it's weird, and it does seem a little bit hypocritical, if that makes sense, because you have this person who represents the diversity that you guys want, and you finally have something that is fire, that is unanimously fire with the fans, that we love it, and it hasn't been this way for years after Endgame, and you lose him. So unless, like, all I could read is that he was difficult to be with on set. I'm sure Disney, y'all have had a lot of people that was difficult to be on set. I know Quiet on the Set, Disney version, probably is right around the corner, and those motherfuckers have probably been here for mad years, right? So if Bo DeMaio was doing shit like that, that warrants it to be gone. But if it ain't that, if he was just screaming and yelling and shit like that, y'all gotta give us something. If it's because he got an OnlyFans, and come on, it's behind a paywall. Is it behind a paywall? I don't know. I didn't look at it. You guys look for yourself. But if I'm hearing that somebody's on OnlyFans, I'm going to assume they have a paywall. But if it's behind a paywall, it's like, who fucking cares? Who cares? All right? You know, I don't care. I personally don't care. Figure y'all shit out, Disney. Either explain to us why he can't be there, why Bo DeMaio is fired, or if it's not a good reason, bring him back. Bring him back. But, yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys feel in the comments. Let me know how you guys liked X-Men97, this series overall. Any favorite episodes. And, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.